Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be cutting down a Stalogy notebook. So I actually don't have another B6 size Stalogy notebook, and I've been hoarding this A6 half-year Stalogy for a while. So I'm just going to show you guys how I typically cut down these books whenever I want to use them in rings. So things to note: it's super important that you have a sharp blade, whether you're using a box cutter or rotary blade. It's very important to have something that is super duper sharp, because this is going to aid in cutting that book down almost seamlessly. So by that I mean like no frays, no weird edges. It's super important to have that sharp blade. So basically what I do is I always cut the inside cover off first. This allows me some flexibility with the pages. And then what I do is I try to lay the book as flat as possible, and I try to cut where those signatures are. Now, you're not going to get the signatures all together at the same time, but you want to cut at least a few, or if not 9 or so pages. If you can get more in there, but you basically want to cut along where that stitching is or where the binding is. You want to cut that off. This is something that I do. Not everyone cuts their books like this, but I like to try to keep those signatures intact, because when it goes time to cut the book down to be punched for rings, this actually helps a whole lot when you do it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys one more time, just going along that signature where it's stitched, and then I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. Alright, so we're coming down to the end of me cutting the pages out of the book, and so at this point I'm going to make sure everything is pretty much cleaned. So by that I mean I'm going to go through page by page and cut off those frayed edges. And what you'll see me do is I pick a point closest to the edge of the book, so right there in the margin, and I'm going to follow that first line down. So right now I'm just showing you guys, that's where it's stitched. Those pages are still stitched together, and so I'm just going to pick a point and I'm going to cut all the pages at the same point. So that first line that I'm pointing to, where the grid actually starts, I'm going to cut that part off so that all the pages will be the exact same size. Now I do this where I cut along, that binding, and make sure that all the pages pretty much stay intact, because when I do this step, it makes sure, or it helps to make sure, that all of the pages are about the same size. They should be about the same size. And I'm kind of a perfectionist, so yeah, this helps me not freak out that all the pages look really wonky. So yeah, this is just my go-to way of doing it. You don't have to do it this way, but if you want, this is a super easy way to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of the spine that's frayed off, and then it's gonna speed up, and then we'll jump back. All right, next step in the video. So what I'm doing here is basically lining all of those pages up, making sure that there's nothing freaking crazy in there. I did notice that one of the pages looked a little bit like longer in width than the rest of them, so I took that page out like you saw me do there, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that one more time just to kind of get them all to basically line up together. And then the next step to this is going to be super duper easy. Really all I'm going to do from here is hole punch, but what I'm going to do right here is just basically cut off a smidge of this section because it was just a tad bit wonky than the rest of them. So you'll see me fix that, and then we'll jump into the next step. Okay, my toddler's got his block, so if you hear anything crazy in the background, I'm sorry. But this next step, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go in and punch everything to fit into our binder. I'm actually using a personal size binder, more like personal wide, but these inserts will fit perfectly in there. They'll kind of sit something like a Dutch door. Bye. So yeah, they'll sit something like a Dutch door, and that's exactly what I'm going for. So again, this is a matter of a personal preference. You can punch your inserts however you choose. You can make them sit flush at the top or flush at the bottom, but nonetheless, the A6 will definitely fit inside of a personal size binder. The holes will line up as long as you punch them right. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing here, just going ahead and punching them, and then I'll show you what that looks like once everything is done. Alright, so here I've got my binder. I'm going to show you guys how those A6 size pages fit in between the pages of my ring binder. This is actually a B6 size Stalogy that I had recently cut down, and so what I just cut down in this video was an A6 Stalogy, so I'm going to show you how those look in between these pages. Now I was going for more of a Dutch door situation. If you are cutting down a book that's bigger than A6, this will definitely work. Just follow the same steps and you should be fine. But yeah, this is what I decided to do with the A6. You guys let me know what you think, but this is how it looks. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if there's something in particular I didn't go over that you would like to see. Maybe I can go back in detail or something like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. I hope that it was a helpful video nonetheless. And yeah, I thank you so much for watching. Welcome to all my new subscribers, and welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And yeah, bye guys.